Okay. Our next section is design patterns. So in DEVNET syllabus, there are two design patterns. One is a model view controller, and another is a pattern. In model view controller, so it is design pattern, which means in this way we can design a software. It is the most common software. Most of the web applications are created using this pattern, where we separate three different layers, which does the respective work. So first model is model view. So first design pattern is model view controller, where imagine a three different section where model section contain the code which interact with the databases. For example, doing the CRUD operation, reading, writing, updating the data. Then view. View section interact with user. For example, in case of web application, our front end is a view. So in view section, our front end code lives. For example, any front end library, React or Next.js, anything. So view section interact with user. So our front end or user interface logic or code lies in a view section. And controller. Control is a logical layer which does the logical processing and verification things, and they communicate with each other. So let's take an example. So let's take a service of like a Google Drive. Okay. So I need to request any online PDF present in my Google Drive. So user request a file, controller controller check whether this user is verified or not, whether it has premium subscription or not. Then it's an instruction to model, hey, check this file. Can you retrieve this file? Then model does the processing, interact with database, get the file from database, send to the controller. Controller send file to front end, in which our React code renders the file, and we can view the file in the web itself, and user can see the response. So in this way, we divide three different layers into three different sections. Again, to remember some points in your mind, model, model interact with database, contains the code which interact with database. For example, CRUD operation, create, read, update, delete operation. View is a front-end part where the user interact with view section. In case of web application, it is a front-end, and controller is a logical layer which does multiple things. It interact with view and model. It does the processing, logical processing, append any logic if necessary. A few more points to remember. In this model, we can create multiple view. For example, we can create a view which shows scatter plot from this database model. We can create a view, another view for another set of user where we can have bar plot. Only thing is we can add new views and we can use the same model. So this is one of the advantages. So by dividing logic into different layers, we can uh, by dividing logic into different layer, we can create a modular application. Okay. Next design pattern is observer pattern. In observer pattern, there are two things. One is a subject and second is observer. So subject subject is get observed by another object. Then if any event happen in subject, it notified to all other observers. So let me give an example. Imagine subject is a some airline and observers are different platforms through which we can book a airplane ticket. If all tickets are sold out, the subject can notify to all those platforms, hey, my seats are full, all my plane are sold out, all my tickets are sold out. So in this way, subject and observer works. Things to remember is it can only push updates. The subject can only push or notify updates to their observers. Observer cannot retrieve the data from subject. So this does not use polling process. It uses push updates only. Let's address some questions. Ask an exam. What are two advantages of model view controller software design pattern? So MVC architecture. So it allows for multiple view of same model. Okay, this is true. Separate responsibility of code which make further modification easier. Okay, this also seems true because all logical layers are separated, so we can modify easily. Simplify network automation. This does not have any relation with network automation. It is a software design pattern. Make code easier to deploy using CI/CD. Again, no relation with CI/CD pipelines. Reduce the need for error handling. Again, it is help to make application modular. So it seems A and B are correct. Next question. Developer create a program in which object maintains a list of classes based on observer pattern. So we have a object which have list of classes based on observer pattern. The classes are dependent on object. Okay, so we can see there are one, two, three classes which are dependent on this one object. Where the state of object changes, it notifies the dependent classes directly through callbacks, which advantage of observer pattern offer the minimum dependency and maximum flexibility between the dependent object or classes. Okay, it is the same as this network. So here it says this is object in terms of programming, and they have created the classes and they push the updates. So we will call this a loose coupling because an observer pattern it is loosely coupled, uh, whereas tightly coupled means they are integrated with each other. Mediation means between different observers they need another intermediary. Let's move to next question. Okay, answer is to loosely coupling. Server teams at a company are developing a new CRM solution to track a customer interaction with the goal of improving customer satisfaction and driving higher revenue. The proposed solution contains these components. MySQL database that store about customer. Again, try to remember this thing. If, if they have mentioned the MySQL database, it means this will be a model layer. HTML and JavaScript. Okay, this is a front end. It means this is a view. And REST API written in Python. It means this is a logical. It is a controller. What are advantages of applying MVC design pattern? So from the example itself, identify this is a MVC architecture design pattern to development of the solution. So what are the two advantages? To enable multiple views of same data to present it to different group of users. So it is true that we can create a multiple view of same data to provide separation between view and model. Okay, view and model by ensuring that all logic is separated into the control. This statement is also true. In MVC, view and model are logically separated. To ensure data consistency, which require change in view are also okay. This statement is false. To ensure that only one instance of data model can be created. This statement is also false. We can create multiple instances of data models. To provide only a single view of data to ensure consistency. Again, in previous example, we have saw that we can create a multiple view. So correct answer will be A and B. Similarly, you can pause the video, try to answer the question, and try to understand what is the core concept of MVC architecture and subject observer pattern. To summarize, subject subject is a thing where any event happen, it will notify to its respective observer. Observer are tied with subject. They wait for any notification. They just observe whether subject send any notification or not. It is a one-way communication. Subject only pushes the object. And in MVC, it is divided into three layers. Model layer usually deals with database, controller deals with logic, and view deals with user interaction. That's it for design pattern. We will meet you in next video regarding Git. Thank you.